This is Tony Robbins' Ultimate Breakthrough Challenge, Day 2, the best takeaways. Hello everyone, my name is Emily Joan Smith. I'm a life coach helping those people who want to go from survive to thrive. If you love anything to do with self-improvement, please hit that subscribe button now. Day 2 was mainly about identity, how beliefs can create us or they can destroy us. There are so many different types of beliefs in the world that we can have. Beliefs about our values, beliefs about faith. However, this day is all about identity, what we believe about ourselves. Tony said this incredible quote that the strongest force in the human personality is the need to stay consistent with how we define ourselves. Once we have a belief about ourselves, a belief about our identity, we will go out the way to prove it. So that's why it's so important to check in with what we believe about ourselves and how we identify ourselves in this world right now. Beliefs are so important, especially when it comes to identity, because there is a huge difference between I procrastinated and I am a procrastinator. One is a short-term thing where you did something. The second one is an identity. And once you believe you are that something, you will go out your way to prove that. As we said in the last video yesterday, you will try and find all the brown around you. You will try and find all the ways that you are a procrastinator, and you will continue to be that person because that is what you believe you are. Tony then went on to explain about identity using an analogy. One of my all-time favorite analogies. I remember him saying this before, but it's so important I'm going to say it again. The analogy is about a thermostat. I want you to imagine that we all have a thermostat within us. This thermostat is our comfort zone. This thermostat is our identity. This thermostat is who we believe we are. So if we believe we are at a 38 degrees on that thermostat, if we believe truly and deeply inside us that we are 38, no matter if we go below, we will come back up to that 38. And no matter how much you want to achieve more than 38 in your relationships, more than 38 in your finances, more than 38 in your health and wellness, you will always come back to that 38% because you have an identity with 38%. Like how possibly in your lifetime you have gone through a really tough time, gone through a horrible hardship, gone through trauma or tragedy or heartbreak or anything like that, and we have gone below our 38 degrees, there comes a point when the heaters kick back in, the thermostat kicks back in and says, you're not this kind of degrees, you're not a 23 degrees, you are a 38 degrees, and you will go back up again. So the importance with this is we need to change our identity, because if we continue to believe that we are a 38 degreeser, we will always be a 38 degreeser, and a 38 degreeser may not align with what you want to achieve in your life, what you want to do, and who you want to be. So it's so important to know how we identify ourselves, because sometimes our thermostat is set at a temperature that does not help us overcome what we need to, progress the way we need to, and become the person we want to be. That thermostat is probably the strong reason why you keep sabotaging yourself, why you keep doing what you want to do and then something happens and you come back down again. There is no more powerful force than identity. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, please check out my video, because this is where peak state comes into play as well. Our identity is shifted and molded, and what we think about ourselves is always different depending on our mood. If you are in a low state, a miserable, lousy state, the I am statements you will say about yourself are most likely not going to be very kind. However, if you're in a high state, in a positive state, in a peak state, your I am statements are going to be so much more kinder. I am strong, I am wise, I am supportive, I am helping, I am healing, I am here, I am present, I am loving, I am loved, I am strong, you get what the drift is. In today's session, Tony Robbins spoke about the 5 to thrive. The 5 to thrive are ways in which you can completely change your life. He said he's been in moments where he needs to help a person change their life around in an instant, and these are the steps and the tools that he uses. The first is physiology. As we spoke about yesterday in yesterday's video, physiology is so important because your energy is going to be so different if you're depressed, disgusted, miserable, as to if you are excited and happy and joyous and everything like that. Your physiology can change your mood in an instant. Try now, watching this video, smile for me, smile a real big smile, and straight away you feel different. If you snap your body into a new physiology really quickly, you can snap yourself quickly out of what you were feeling before. The second thing in the 5 to thrive is focus. What you focus on is so important. He reminded us constantly in this part that focus equals feeling. Do you normally focus on what you have or you don't have? Because you're going to be feeling very different things if you're constantly focusing on the lack of things. Whereas if you're thinking of the things that you do have, if you're focusing on that, you're going to feel much more gratitude, much more joy and happiness. Another thing to think about is, do you focus on what you can control or you can't control? What do you focus on more? Because these are going to bring up very, very, very different feelings within you. What's wrong is always available, but so is what's right. The third thing in the 5 to thrive is language, because the way we use our language can dictate our emotions and our feelings. For example, if you were being set up by your friend with a new person and they were like, this person is really nice, like this person's really nice, like how would that make you feel, as opposed to this person is hot? Language creates different emotions within us. The fourth thing in the 5 to thrive is a compelling future, because although the last 3 things are so important, you're not gonna always feel like doing it. You need a compelling future to push you forward and give you that why to actually want to change how you're feeling inside and outside. Because if you have an exciting tomorrow, you can always get through a terrible today. And the last thing, the 5th thing in the 5 to thrive, was coming straight back to it, back to identity, because identity is so important. Because no matter what you do, if you identify yourself as someone who can't do it or someone who is not worthy or not desirable, you're always going to go back to that thermostat. You're always going to go back to that place. You're never going to break through. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and put a comment in the comments. If you watched day 2 of the Ultimate Breakthrough Challenge, let me know what your favorite takeaway was in the comments below, because you never know, you might help someone else out. I will see you tomorrow.